Hello again, welcome to Collecting and Hobbies. And this time we are going to do a review. We just did the Enchantress. All I did was push stop and record over again. She's still on the floor actually, with her legs spread open. Anyway, if you saw the other video, you know what you're talking about. I was trying to get her to stand up, and that was the only way I could get her to. So this is the other figure, the other female figure at least, in this particular wave, the Doctor Strange. For, I guess, because of the movie coming out. They have a new Doctor Strange movie figure, along with the comic book versions of the rest of them. This girl's name is right there, Nico. Minoru, I guess that's how you pronounce it. And it says, these women use their mystical powers for very different reasons. One for good, the other for evil. If I ever do a Scarlet Witch review, which maybe I will sometime. I have in the past, I think, with on my tablet that no longer works. I don't even know if I could do that. I have to get a USB cable and pull it off the memory somehow. It's possible. There's a date code 62161, and forgot what I was talking about really. So both of these new figures, they both have new skirt pieces. This one we just did, it's just a Scarlet Witch repaint. Even the accessories are Scarlet Witches. The only difference really is her head. Now her hands look a lot like Scarlet Witch, but they're not. They're longer. Scarlet Witch has longer fingers, which I showed in the last video. And I don't know enough about Nico to know whether or not there's anything similar about her as other figures, or if she's totally new. She's definitely not the same mold as Scarlet Witch, I can tell you that much. I don't know any of these characters' names. Oh, that's Doctor Strange. I didn't know that. It's like a clear version of him? Really? So there's like 3 of them in the same assortment. So there's a clear Doctor Strange, whoever that is. There's the regular one, comic book one. And I think these were both, or at least one of these was in the exclusive thing. Anyways, this is the one we're doing, Nico. This is the one everybody's telling me they want. That's the movie version. Actual actor. That's just the comic book version. So let's bust this sucker open, because packaging is horrible. No reason to keep it mint condition, because it's not. Just like I said on the other one, the artwork is phenomenal. I really, really like the artwork. I don't know if that's from a comic book. Probably not. It's just more artwork. And they really, really look awesome. She really looks like a real person in this one. In this particular picture. I mean, that looks like just about any girl you know that would dress like, you know, for goth, Halloween, whatever. She looks less amazing as an action figure than the picture. Picture looks cool. Not that they could make an actual figure of that, which this is what it's supposed to be. That would look a lot cooler. But I mean, whatever. Anyway, let's get her open. See what she's like. So if you open them, I guess from this side. Oh, okay. I was looking for the part number. There it is. It's a 00 in the lung. So that means it's a first run. I haven't changed anything about the card, the packaging, outer box. Okay, one thing I was talking about in the last review right before I went off was the parts and how to put them on the Enchantress, and the easiest way to put her parts on those little mystical things is just to pull off her hands, because a lot of Spider-Man figures you just pull off their hands and put back in, because they normally come with multiple. Now, it doesn't actually say that in the instructions that you should take off their hands or their heads, but like I said, this one's even more different because she has a detachable arm. She has more than one arm. And, these are Build-A-Figures. So, here's the whatever piece. Torso. So let's get her out. Here's her extra arm, which I don't think any of this stuff glows in the dark. We tried that with the Enchantress. It kind of looked like it did, but it doesn't. I highly doubt this does. No, this definitely doesn't. But it's like a stick inside of a plastic. You could probably pull that out, because it's really the only thing holding it in. See? You can definitely pull it out. I don't know. This kind of looks like an Odin piece. Probably not, but it is kind of warped from the packaging. So if you want to heat it up with hot water, straighten it out a little bit, and put it back in there. You can figure out which way it goes. Because I don't even know now. Okay, I guess it goes the other way. I might have to watch this video just to figure it out. What did I do? Which way did I pull it? No, I think it goes the other way. I don't even know. I'll have to look at the box now. This sucker's hard plastic, like real hard plastic in the middle. It's a little bit less hard there, but it's pretty much all hard plastic. And I'm gonna get her extra arm out, which also has that kind of plastic, the clearish pink. Probably light up a little bit, and the lighting on the middle of the mold there. It's not painted 100% perfect there on black. Of course, you can fill that in probably with a marker. So this is the first figure, at least that I have, where she has where it comes with a removable arm or an interchangeable arm. Not sure which way it goes. That way. I think she looked cooler. She would look really cool with that, especially if she's holding that thing, I guess. Kind of like on the box. This isn't even her box. This is the other box. The Enchantress's box. They're actually exactly the same, except they may have a different barcode on the bottom. They normally do, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Enchantress's last number is 5. Well, Nico is a 4. So we can get her out of here. Alright, well that was easy. Once you grab her arm. And I'm not going to talk about that other Build-A-Figure piece until I actually get the entire figure, which could be a while. Okay, so her hair is still, I think it's one solid piece. Really don't care, not going to mess with it. It's not posable. Might break it. It's either glued in or one piece. So she's got hinged, she's got a ball jointed and hinged neck. Like I'm pretty sure they all do. Well, let's see here. Enchantress? I don't think she does. Nope, Enchantress doesn't. That's the same as Scarlet Witch too. It's a Scarlet Witch mold. But so this one has the the ball joint and the hinge there. Really kind of ugly looking, but it gives her more range of motion. Of course, it scratches up her paint too a little bit, but so she's got an extra joint there that the other one doesn't have. I'd be real careful with her ponytail though, because it feels like it's glued into me. It's real soft and it's flexible. It almost feels like it'll pop or rip off her almost. So she's got two joints there, and then she's got the ball jointed hinged shoulders and elbows, and same with her wrists as well. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then she twists right there. 15. I don't think she has waist movement. No. That's just where her skirt is. And it looks like it's definitely a separate piece added on. Not really sure if you can move it, if it's glued or what. I'm gonna mess with it. Her legs are not. I don't know if you can see up there. It's definitely like this entire figure is new. I'm gonna say she's got the twist at the thigh swivel, but see if you look up there real good, you can tell that she does have ball joining. Okay, so she could move her legs out. I thought for a minute there that she just twisted down there. So she can move her legs out. Skirt is very tight on there, so it doesn't move and doesn't come off. At least I don't think it will. Seems pretty tight. But so how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. She's got 27 points of articulation. That's a lot. But that's what once you pop her, or at least on my figure, once you pop that joint from being fresh out of the package, you get it to make that little popping sound, it really gets loose. Really loose there. Now this is gonna weigh her down. I don't think you'll be able. I don't know if you'll be able to stand her up with this. This thing is like as heavy as the figure. See, there you go. Get her stand. There you go. She looks pretty cool though. I like her. Wow. Look at her heel. That's. I didn't realize it was like that at first. But anyway, she does stand up. I'm going to probably try to put that under hot water real quick. See if I can get the warp out of it. That kind of worked. A little bit better. My fingers got hot. I just turned on the sink in hot water Now the bottom part was really wiggly when it was under the hot water, but it was hard to get it over here. But I did get it better. I want to try to figure out how to get this back together. See something. I don't think she can hold it in this hand, so you can only really hold it in the right hand. And it goes in there pretty easily, but it's kind of loose unless you get it down here. Of course, this is going to weigh it down a ginormous amount. Trying to figure out what's going on with this foot. Oh, there we go. There. See, oops. So you can stand her up with this thing in her hand. It's always easier to stand the females if you spread their legs out. Alright, so there's the picture of her staff. I'm going to use that to try to figure out how to get it back together. Now that's very purple, by the way. That looks a lot purpler. This is more hot pink. There we go. So once you get it kind of wrapped on, it just snaps right back in place. It's not really that hard if you look at the picture. Now the real question is, will she stand with it? Man, this thing is heavy. Now, well, that'll ground her a little bit. Put it like this. Let's just stand with it because she's holding it with both arms. Now, if you want, okay, let's see. It's actually a little bit more obvious, I guess. I don't know if both of her arms pop out, but at least one of them will. So let's take it out. Wait, which hand is this? Wow. Huh. Well, it's supposed to come out. Sure doesn't want to. Drop the camera. And I hope this isn't a flaw, but I'm just all over the place. I'm tired. Look how tiny that little hole is. I almost didn't want to take it out. I really didn't want to, but I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. It's a really small. So now I'll plug this one in. It's very difficult to get it out, by the way. I'm sure they're like, yeah, it's much easier to get it in, and the paint does match pretty well, so that's good. There we go. Now she's got her superpower arm. I think they should have, I don't know, maybe put it in this one in the first place. It's definitely, looser than this arm. They weren't like that before I pulled it out. It was really tight. So once you pull it out and you put it in, it's gonna be loose, a lot looser than it was before, at least on mine. So it's just a matter of preference, which one do you like the best. I'm gonna put, this thing in her hand again, and then have her hold it like that, I guess. And get her stand up like that. Pull her back. There we go. Probably gonna fall. Nope. She's really on her heels though. Yep. But as far as female figures, I don't know about the males because I'm not doing a review over them at the moment. I don't have any sitting out. But the build figures, they normally stand up pretty easily because they got really big parts. But as far as the females, because they're so petite, you really got to spread their legs out to get them to balance. And that's what those ankle rockers are for, really. All those extra joints, just to pose them. Of course, if they made them 5 POA, they'd probably be super easy to pose. We don't want those, though, Hasbro. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, alright. That's my review, I guess, of Nico. I don't see any part that's been reused on her. Of course, like I said, I really don't know anything about these. She's got all those little belt buckles on her boots. One of them's a little faded on this side. They're more faded on this side, but paint apps. They're not perfect, but pretty good. Wow, there's all the writing there, the date code. Hasbro does that for quality control. I found out when I told them about my Iceman had a broken foot. That's all they look at that. That standing real easy. That's all they cared about. Read off of this and that. What's on their foot? What's on their leg? Anyway, I'm happy with her. I'm a lot happier with her than with the other one. The only thing I didn't like was really there's minor paint app issues, but I think she could look prettier. I wish she looked a little bit more like the picture. And I think her outfit, I think, the picture, I think they should have put like a, kind of look like a vinyl, like a rubber, like real plastic leather kind of dress. I think they could have done that with her. It should have been really awesome. Like super glossy arms and latex looking vinyl dress and arms, her gloves. I think that would be really cool. I think they could have done that version and it would be way better. That's what she looks like in there. But this doesn't really look like this. They really don't. This looks like a comic book character. Like like a kid comic book character or whatever. And this one looks like fancy artwork that really cool looking, like a really nice graphic novel type. This one looks like cartoony, but that's what they did. So I don't know. Maybe customizers can make one. I'd pay good money for that. But all right, so that's my review over the Mystic Rivals Nico Minoru, the Build-A-Figure Dormammu. Anyway, from the Doctor Strange assortment, which it still doesn't say anything about Doctor Strange. It just says Marvel. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And when I get the rest of these, if I get the rest of these, I will put that figure together and see what he's like. Because he looks pretty cool. He looks really cool. Number 4, Carl Mordo. He comes with the little, with these, number 4, those things that he has in his hands. They come with action figure number 4, which is this guy, Carl. He's probably the least interesting. He just kind of looks like a karate guy or something. I don't know who that guy is with the black white hair with that weird looking. He's got like a black number 3. Masters of Magic. Anyway, if I could find him super cheap, I would buy him. If I can get him for less than $20 a piece, free shipping. Yeah, then I would get the rest. Alright, so I'm gonna go look on Amazon right now, see if they got the rest. And I don't know where I'm gonna store this piece. I guess I'll just stick it back in the package. I'll just leave her like this for now. Alright, see you later. See you next time.